5 telltale signs he's using you and wasting your time. It is sometimes normal to forgive someone's flaws when you're in love or have a crush on them. However, one of the flaws you are ignoring are indicators that he's taking advantage of you. One of the worst feelings is to feel as though you have given each other your hearts and then to be used by someone you love. Are you thinking things like, is he using me for sex? Does he use me for money? Does he truly love me, or is he using me? In this video, we'll answer all those questions you may have. Keep watching to find out signs he's using you and to learn what kind of women men easily take advantage of. Let's get started. What does it mean to be used in a relationship? Being used in a relationship refers to a situation when one person in a relationship gives more than they receive. Usually, this happens to the one who feels used. Their generous nature or strong emotional attachment is used by their partner. It may take many different forms, as when one partner is always depending on the other for money or emotional support without giving anything in return, or when one partner uses the relationship just for their own benefit, or when one partner manipulates their partner's feelings or behavior to meet their own needs. Therefore, it's critical to watch out for these indicators of being used in a relationship. Being used can cause emotional damage, damage trust, and result in feelings of helplessness and powerlessness. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, reciprocity, and a give-and-take dynamic in which both partners contribute and benefit in a satisfying and equal manner. So, here are some possible signs that a man might be using you. Number 1, their words don't match their actions. When someone says, "I love you" or "I care about you," but you don't feel it, there's no evidence that they genuinely care about you. Or when someone says, "Yeah, I respect you," then mocks you in front of their friends. It might be as simple as their dating profile claiming that they are vegan, but when you go out to dinner, they eat beef. Then they have an excuse for eating beef that night. Or the person claims to be compassionate, yet you see that they show very little empathy for the server or waiter. So over time, you'll see that there is a significant difference between what this person says and what they do. Number 2, he only reaches out when it's convenient for him. If he only contacts you when it's convenient for him, it is one of the most obvious signs that he's wasting your time. This action demonstrates a lack of consideration for your schedule and feelings, displaying a self-centered mindset. If he only contacts you when it's convenient for him, such as late at night, during his free time, or when he needs something, it indicates that he does not value you or the relationship. Think about the patterns in your communication. Does he frequently make contact when he wants something from you or has nothing else to do? Are you the one usually waiting for him to make the first move? This inconsistent communication might make you feel unappreciated and doubt your place in his life. It's critical to understand that a successful, committed relationship requires constant and careful communication from both partners. If you see that he isn't making an attempt to reach out on a frequent and respectful basis, it may be time to reconsider his intentions. Tell him exactly how you feel and what you need. If he actually cares, he'll try to change. However, if his conduct is consistent, it's a clear sign that he's not as invested as you are and you deserve more. Number 3, he avoids defining the relationship. Another clear sign that he is wasting your time is if he refuses to define the relationship. When someone is serious about you, they will want to know where you stand and what the future holds. If he frequently avoids discussing your relationship status or future plans, it might indicate that he's not interested in anything long-term. Consider how he responds when you bring up the subject. Does he change the subject, give vague answers, or use phrases like, "Let's not label it," or "We're just having fun"? While it's okay to take things slowly, ongoing uncertainty might be a red flag. You deserve to know where your relationship is headed. Being in an undefined relationship might make you feel insecure and uncertain about your future. It's critical to communicate your desire for a defined connection and watch how he responds. Whether he refuses to have a real conversation about your status, it's time to assess if this relationship meets your needs or whether you're being used. Number 4, he makes promises but rarely follows through. Promises are easy to make but very difficult to keep. If he frequently keeps promises but seldom follows through, It's a clear indicator that he's not committed to the relationship. This behavior may be extremely annoying and depressing, leaving you feeling down and not important. Consider how frequently he talks about future plans or promises but fails to follow through on them. Does he promise to call but doesn't? Does he mention taking you on a trip or seeing his family but never make any plans? These unfulfilled promises could erode trust and indicate that he's not sincerely interested in creating a future with you. It's critical to hold him responsible for his words. Explain how his unmet promises influence you and the trust in your relationship. If he regularly fails to follow through while knowing how important it is to you, it's a clear sign that he isn't putting up the effort needed for a committed relationship. You deserve someone who is dependable and devoted to making things happen. Number 5. He doesn't introduce you to important people in his life. A meaningful relationship involves integrating each other into your social circles, which include friends and family. If he hasn't introduced you to the important people in his life despite dating for a long time, it might indicate that he isn't searching for something serious. Introducing you to his close friends and family demonstrates that he sees a future for you and wants you to be a part of his broader life. Discuss your emotions about this with him. Tell him that meeting the important people in his life is a big step for you and watch how he reacts. If he continues to avoid these introductions without a solid explanation, it may indicate that he's not prepared to take the relationship to the next level. So, what kind of women do men take advantage of? Number 1. Women who desire to satisfy others. Women who are constantly taken advantage of in relationships are typically kind-hearted individuals who want to please everyone. Their evident desire to make everyone happy and feel appreciated is frequently seen as a weakness or a soft spot. Your vulnerability is interpreted as weakness, and men frequently capitalize on this quality to manipulate your relationship to their advantage. 2. Women who believe that they don't deserve better. Strength comes from a woman who knows what she deserves and is not willing to accept anything less than the best. Settling into a relationship that is not in your best interest sets you up for future problems. 3. The comfort zone is your only zone. Avoid entering into a toxic relationship. Do not let a relationship filled with unsettled feelings and anxiety to become your comfort zone. As time passes and you become more conscious of what your partner needs, do not let the convenience of a daily routine or fear of being alone scare you away from breaking away and seeking better options for yourself. Number 4. Women who believe that a relationship has a scorecard. When women think that there is a scorecard in a relationship, they're more easily taken advantage of. True love should inspire you to do things for the other person out of want, not need. Scorecards that state, "You should do this for me because I did this for you," are toxic and foster unrealistic expectations. So, what kind of women do men take advantage of? The answer is messy and undoubtedly complicated on all levels. But if there is one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's that you should never let anybody take advantage of you or dictate your own happiness. You have the power to change the world around you. Thanks for watching.